Okay, so this video I'm going to talk about my hair color. It's not very bright. I really wanted it to be a little brighter, but I actually really like this. It's really like a natural looking, I guess you could call this like a copper. I don't really know what to call this color. I mean, this is the color that I dyed with, and this is the color that I came out with. So y'all kind of, you know, you can see it's nowhere near close to each other. But so this is how I'm gonna do the video. I did record the process of me dyeing my hair, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add that on at the end of the video, just in case y'all need to see visually how I did it. But I'm gonna explain everything that I did, and y'all really can get an idea of how to color your locks based on what I tell you. But again, I'm just gonna have a visual aid at the end, just in case y'all need to see it. So first of all, as far as coloring my hair, it just came out of nowhere. I didn't think I wanted to color my hair, but to be honest, a lot of things were happening. Like, you know, I had a death in the family. 2 of my close friends had, you know, close family members die in their family. It was just kind of heavy, and I don't grieve properly. I don't know, I grieve in my own way. I'm not a crier. I don't grieve over death. I just kind of do stuff, and this is just, I guess, a result of that. but yeah, it just came out of nowhere. I really wasn't thinking I was gonna dye my hair. I just one day, you know, just woke up, and I guess I needed a pick-me-up, and so I went and I just bought this color. Like, everybody knows, well, not everybody, but you know, people that I talked to about dyeing my hair, I've been saying I want my locks to be red. And so for me to go get a blonde color with a white lady on the box, like, it was just random. It was totally impulsive. So anyway, I went and got the color. But before I did it, I bought the color one day, and that same day I washed my hair. I shampooed my hair with I'll just tell you, it was Giovanni 50/50 shampoo. It's a longer name, but Giovanni only has one 50/50 shampoo. So yeah, I shampooed my hair. I did not condition my hair. I shampooed it, let it dry, went to sleep, went about my business. The next day, that's when I colored my hair. What I did was I sectioned my hair in 4 sections. I have 4 ponytails, 2 in the back, 2 in the front. Okay. I didn't prep my scalp. Like, you know, back in the day when I used to get a perm or a relaxer, people use that term wrong, by the way. Perm is when you permanently curl your hair. That's what, like, white women do to get curl. Relaxers is when you're trying to straighten your hair. Just a little, you know, FYI. But yeah, back when I used to get a relaxer, I used to grease my scalp or whatever, and then put grease around the edges or the perimeter of my hairline, and then color my hair. I didn't do none of that. I didn't like put a barrier of Vaseline on my skin. I didn't do any of that. I just went straight into dyeing. What I did is I got a coloring bowl like this. I mixed the color. I guess I'll open this up. This is an extra box, and this is what I'm gonna use to touch up the color. Okay, so what comes in the box is your cream developer. Now, I don't know what what number developer this is. Like, anybody that's familiar with coloring, you know it come in like a 10, 20, 30, and 40. It doesn't say on here. I mean, there's a number 40 on here, but I doubt it was a 40 developer because my hair did not lift, like, you know, really light. So I don't think that's what that means. And it's got some other numbers and letters in it. So I don't know, you know, what strength developer it is, but it does come with a developer. And then it comes with your color cream. I don't know if that's in focus, but anyway, you pour this, you open it, pour it in here, squeeze it all in here, and then you shake it up. okay? What also comes in the box is some conditioner, okay? And the last thing is some fruit oil concentrate. You're supposed to pour this in your dye. Once you've shaked up your color and your developer together, you're supposed to pour this in there and shake it up some more. I skipped this step because the whole reason I washed my hair the day before was because I wanted to get all the excess oils and product out of my hair so the color could really, you know, get in there and, you know, color. So I skipped this because that was the whole point of me washing my hair. So I didn't want to add oil back to my hair because I knew I was going to moisturize and oil my hair after I finished coloring anyway. So, I mean, I don't know if this would have made a difference, you know, with it getting lighter. I doubt it. But, so, okay, I had 4 sections in my hair. Alright. It took me 2 boxes, 2 of these boxes, to do all 4 sections, okay? And how I colored my hair, this is the most important part, okay? I got a lock like this. Okay, I got a lock. Now, with locks, well, at least with my lock, with my locks, your hair isn't locked from the root down to the tip. Your hair for like the first, I would say inch, is unlocked. It's like loose hair. And then with my locks, I have like a little bump right here. And it's very visible on this lock, but all my locks aren't like that. Some of them, you can't see this bump, but it just so happened with this lock you can. But you have a little bit of a bump, and that's where your hair is budding. Because your hair, as it grows, it's not going to grow out your hair locked, it's going to grow loose. So this is your hair that's unlocked, this is where it's starting to lock, and this is your hair where it has a lock. Everybody's locks is like that. I've done people's locks. I used to work in a lock salon. That's how it is. Like, everybody has loose hair at the root. Maybe it's not a big bubble, but you can feel it. Like, you can feel where it's not completely locked, but it's matted together, and then you have your solid lock. Alright, so when I got the color, I poured it into my little bowl. I dipped first of all, I had gloves on. I dipped my hand in the glove. I started to put it down my lock, starting at that bubble, starting at that point where it was turning into a lock. I took the color and I did like this. I put it down my lock, starting here, and left the roots of my hair black. So I did all of that. I did that to all of my locks. My brother helped me. That's who you'll see in the video. We did that to all of my locks, and you know, after I finished a section, I put a rubber band back on it. And then at the very end, once I covered all my locks and I got finished with all the sections, I took all 4 rubber bands out of each section. Whatever was left in my coloring bowl, I took the excess, and you know, distributed it through all my locks just to make sure I coated everything, and just in case, like, because I sectioned it off with rubber bands, if the rubber band kind of made the color come off at that point where the rubber band was, like, I just went back and, you know, put more color right there too. So I did that, took out all the rubber bands, put on a clear cap, a clear conditioning cap, And you know, y'all know what that looks like. I don't need to find one. Put that on, and then I got under a dryer for maybe 10-15 minutes. All in all, the box tells you, okay, the box tells you to keep it on for 30 minutes if you have gray hair, 25 if you don't. I left my color in. I didn't time it. I really went by how it looked, and I would say I had it in maybe 35-40 minutes at the most. You shouldn't keep it on there really long, but you have to remember this color was designed for a lady with straight hair. Even if you had a color that was designed for black people, like Cream of Nature, black people with loose hair, the hair is different because, you know, the dye is going to do what it does a lot faster because the hair isn't bundled up and matted together like ours is. So, you know, I just feel like people with locks, I could be wrong, but I feel like people with locks, it takes them a little bit longer than anybody else. So, I kept it in for a while. I kept checking it. See, and once I could visually see it's lifting my hair, I rinsed it out. No, I'm sorry, I'm lying. Once I could see that it visually lifted up, that's when I took the remainder. I opened another box. I opened a third box of color, mixed it up, poured it in a bowl, and then I got a little you know, the little application brush that you brush color on, or back when, you know, y'all used to wear relaxers, the brush that you would put a relaxer on. I mean, I guess some of y'all use your hand, but you know, it's the black brush that you paint, you know, your hair with. I went back, I got that color, put it on my scalp. I covered all my roots. Y'all, it took me 5 minutes for that color to turn. I'm so happy that I had just happened to look at a video from, I believe it was I actually watched a lot of people's videos about dyeing locks, but Damien and you know, all the other videos here on YouTube, it really taught me that I don't need to go in with the color from my root and root to tip that fast. I let the color sit on my hair for almost 40 minutes before I even let it touch my roots. And when it did, when I put the color on, and when I did actually start coloring or dyeing my roots, it was very fast. Like the heat from your scalp, and like the videos were saying, the heat from your scalp is gonna make the hair turn faster. It's gonna, you know, dye your hair a lot faster, and that's true. It took me literally 5 minutes for my hair on the roots to become the exact color of the hair that was colored and had dye on it for 40 minutes. So that was like amazing. But I left the color on, and it dyed very evenly. Now it might not look like it's even because my roots do look darker, but that's just because I retwisted my hair, and you know, the product in my roots make it look darker, but my hair is, in fact, you can kind of see it more with this one because that's starting to unravel, but the hair is like, you know, the same from root to tip. So I mean, some pieces like this one, the lock dye a little lighter, but for the most part all of them are the same color root to tip. But I'm very pleased with how the color turned out. Oh, and don't squeeze it into my lock, because otherwise it's going to be hard to wash this out on the inside of the lock. So just coat it gently.
Well, you ain't got to worry about the arm, with your arm having it, because you're already brown, so.
Okay, well, I don't want to be white. I like being black, so don't get it on my skin.
Stop moving your head.
I can't tell if I did some of these or not. Or not.
Good Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to end this or nah nonsense.
I'm gonna cut you out of that piece. I saw this video of this little boy, and they was like the 2014 way of playing hide and go seek, and he said, "Ready or not?" Here I come.
Oh Lord.